Good morning, good afternoon, my great people of Biafra. Anywhere you are watching or joining us from, may God Almighty bless you. Like you all know, before I start the program fully, I always like us to listen to the prayer of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, before we start the program fully. So I urge you to remain tuned until after this prayer.
As we always comment, not from today, but from of old. Our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you, to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses? to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the BPOs, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in
Ise, my great people of Biafra, I welcome you all, anywhere you are watching this program from. My brother Chuk Survivor, you are welcome. Many people are in the comment section. I cannot start mentioning your name one after the other, but believe me, I welcome all of you to this great program. This is an interaction section. I put WhatsApp number there. You are free to call, and there is also link there. If you want to show us your face, you come in. But the first thing you should do when joining this program is to like it, and also to share it to any platform that you belong to. Sometimes I have explained the essence of sharing and liking. When you like this program, remember, we are agitating for freedom. We are agitating for our own land, and also we are also agitating for NNAMDIKAU's release. When you give the video a like, there is what is called YouTube algorithm. This algorithm will help you to carry this video to far places, so that a lot of people, the international, will see it. And some people also complained about monetizing the program. I need to explain this before we proceed. When you monetize a video, YouTube will carry it long place. When you don't monetize your program, they will not promote it. Nobody will see you, because they are getting something from it. So actually, it's not the intention of any agitator to be monetizing, but this is the reason why they are monetizing it, for YouTube to push it forward so that people will see it. The essence of what we are doing here is to create awareness so that the world will hear our voice, so that God in heaven will hear our voice. So I welcome you to today's program. Before I continue, I want to say something. Our people, there is some things we need to stop. We cannot carry barbaric before so barbaric. We cannot chick survivor before so the bone. Our barbaric culture. Somebody sent me a video on WhatsApp. I watched the video. I wouldn't play it now here because of the woman's privacy. I watched the video. I was shedding tears. This woman went to a farm in Enugu. I don't know the name. Even if I know, I will withhold it. She went to pick snails. Some youth of that community, they saw this woman. They stripped her naked. And this woman, this is a mother, not even a young woman, was walking on the way half naked with the basket of the snails she picked. So I want people from Enugu, and Enugu state governor should do something about that. Is there any land that is forbidden? And people should understand the condition of people in Nigeria. There is hunger. Even as it is now, I will say that if anybody steals your bread without gun, please don't punish the person. You should understand the condition of the country. For the fact that you are eating 3 square meals a day doesn't mean that every other person out there, hunger can push you to do what you don't wish to do. Please, people in Enugu state, you people should stop that barbaric act. You people, even if the woman does something that you think is forbidden, that when somebody do, the person will die, there is other way to punish. Instead of driving a married woman, a mother, if not grandmother to be precise, naked on the way, just because she went to the bush to pick a snail. I watched that video. I wasn't happy about it. Please, you guys should stop it. So in today's program, we are going to talk about, I believe everybody watching this video, Nnamdi have dragged Nigerian government to Supreme Court through his lawyer. Of course, I know that there is nothing good that will come out of it except God's intervention, because everything the Fulanis are doing, they are planning it. So this is what we are going to be discussing today. And another topic is Peter Obi failure and knockout from presidency by INEC through cancellation of election. And I want to sound a warning. Majority of you watching me is older than me. I am a very humble person. I respect everybody. But when you say your respect, if you come to my comment section or my video to insult me, somebody came to my video asking me, Linda, declare where you belong, whether autopilot or something like that. Nobody should ask me that question again. If you don't like my program, please don't watch. Are you paying me? Nobody is paying me. What I'm doing it because if it is my heritage. At your manner, I am doing this with all my heart. I am not doing it for any gain. If you are paying me, please, if you have given me money, please identify in the comment section. Tell me that, Linda, I gave you money to be doing this. You refuse to do it. If you are not giving me money, don't tell me where to belong, whether autopilot or I don't know the other group. One thing I know is that IPOB is one. Whoever that is doing everything humanly possible to take us home, I'm following the person. I don't do that. That's why I told you people that all this quarreling, fighting one another, nobody is my enemy, and I don't take anything personal. If I watch your video, you are making sense, I will publish it. If I listen to your video, you are talking nonsense, I will not publish it. If I see you are doing very well, I will take your video, I'll publish it, people will listen. You don't expect me to come and be posting video or to leave what I'm supposed to do today that is weekend, to sit down here to start criticizing my fellow human being, to start talking about Simon Ekpa. I don't do that. We are moving forward. So this is what we are going to do. Please, as you are commenting in the comment section is not a battlefield. If somebody says something contrary to your opinion, There's a diplomatic way to reply. Please don't insult. Last week, people were using the comment section as a battlefield. Please, when somebody asks question or say anything, do not insult. Even if you want to correct, do it diplomatically. Like I said, this is an interaction section. You can call through WhatsApp, you can call through StreamYard, and also if you haven't subscribed to our program, please endeavor to do that. So with this regard, I welcome my brother. I know if you have been following me, you should know that this is my brother. While I call him my brother is because afrom n'oji obi ya achụ ihe Biafra, ọwụghị ndị ọkọta akọnye n'ọnụ, ọwụ ndị ji Biafra na-eme business, ọwụ ndị ji Biafra na-azọ popularity. Some people are using, some pastors, individuals, even those that claim to be media warriors, they are using Nnamdi and Biafra struggle to grow their platform, to become popular or to make money. But Chuk survivor that I know, except if he will change tomorrow, is not using Biafra. Simon Ekpa that I know, except if they will change tomorrow, and any day they will change, I will come here and play fire on them. So my brother Chuk survivor, you are welcome to this program. I believe you heard everything I said. This is the number one topic: Peter Obi failure and knocked out from presidency by INEC through cancellation of election. This is what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying all this while. People are saying, people are calling me, why not promote Peter Obi? Why not support Peter Obi? I am asking them, it's not only being popular on social media. This is exactly what happens during Jonathan's regime. Jonathan was busy doing his campaign on the social media platform while the Fulanis were busy doing the rating. The same thing, all these people shouting Obi, Obi, they do not have PVC. Are they going to use their leg or their head to vote? So the second thing is Nigerian government seized Ekweremadu. They seized 40 of Ekweremadu's properties. Orugonu. Well, let's start from here, my brother. Choose the floor is yours now.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your introduction. Thank you for your effort and all the things you are doing against all the difficult time, against your busy schedule. You still find our time to keep on pushing. Thank you so much. May Chukwu Okada and bless you. And once again, I thank everybody on the comment section. Every person in the comment section, I appreciate every one of you. I thank you. Without you being there, I will not have the strength to continue. Without you being in the comment section, we will not have the strength to continue to push on every Saturday. That's the way we are doing. We can't be able to be posting on daily basis the way we are doing. But because you are always there encouraging us and showing that you are getting the information, that is why we are coming on daily basis. We don't know it all. Most of the time, we learn from the comment section. There are certain things you say on the comment section. I will pick up from it. We have some people who are very, very consistent. Each time we come online, they're always there making their contribution. And I appreciate every one of you. We might not be calling names one by one. Those who are coming on daily, every time they come on my private show, they come on this very show, they come on other platforms. I see all of them. I read their comments and all that. I appreciate every single one of you. And I say, may Chukwu Okada be my guide and protect every one of you. Having said that, there's one thing again I want to bring to your notice, everyone that is watching. Remember, just as my sister said, this very platform is not a place where we gossip. It's not a place where we come to fight. It's not a place where we come to demonize people. It's not a place where we come to preach hate speech. It is not a place where we come to showcase pride. No. What we are doing here is to set the record straight, speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. That is what we are doing on this platform. And we will continue to do so until Biafra comes and even after Biafra comes. And while you are in the comment section or while you come to contribute, if you have a different opinion, something that is contrary to what we are saying, you are free to click the link and come out and make your contribution. Or you can make a call. Nobody's going to insult you. Nobody's going to fight you. If you have a contrary opinion, you must not agree with everything we are saying. You must not agree with everything. You might have your own opinion. If you have your opinion, what you have to do is to click the link, you come in and make your own contribution. You never can tell. We can learn from you. A lot of people can learn from you. You can win souls. That's the right thing to do. And when you see certain things we are doing here that you feel that we are not doing it right, if there is something we are doing that you feel we are not doing it right, The best thing you have to do is to click the link, you come in, point out that issue, we discuss it. Or you call on phone and you make the correction. It is not you going to other platform. Maybe when you go to other platform, you begin to castigate people, begin to talk trash. All those words doesn't make sense. It just portray you as a coward. Because if you are sensible and you know what you are saying, when you come here in this platform and you find out that a mistake we made, there's something we are doing that we're not doing right, you click the link, you come in, or you put in a call and tell us what we are doing that we're not doing right. We can take correction for you. And if we know what we are doing, we can give you a reason why we are doing what we are doing or why we are saying what we are saying. That is the way to go. Instead of you going to other platform to castigate one person or the other or begin to talk irrelevant things, that makes you a coward. It doesn't make you sensible at all. So having said that also, we have to focus on the topic that my sister has just read out today, on what we are going to discuss about. And I believe every one of you that is watching, no matter where you're watching from, if you're watching from Biafra land, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Canada, wherever you're watching from, I appreciate you and I welcome you. And today, just as my sister said, we are going to discuss about critical issues on things that are happening in that zoological republic. We are going to discuss all. And we are going to start from the very first one he mentioned on the, on the situation of things in the Biafra struggle about Eperemado and that of, I think the Peter Obi election failure. The Peter Obi election failure. So starting from that very Peter Obi election failure, you know, for a very long time, we have been talking about the issue of Peter Obi. We have been saying that Peter Obi will never, ever get to Asoro. We have advised people who are deceiving themselves to stop deceiving themselves and face reality. We have tried in different angles to explain to them the reality, but they refuse to take it. Instead, they choose the other way around, and you see them dancing from pillar to pole, confusing themselves. They have been confusing themselves for a very long time. And while they were busy confusing themselves, our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, said it and made it clear that before the end of November, so many of them are going to repent, for those who care to repent. Except for those who have sealed their heart with iron. Except for those who are still bent on speaking against Biafra. And because they are fighting against Biafra, they continue to promote Peter Obi in order to fight against Biafra. Those ones will never change because they are doing their business. They are doing their bidding. Those are the ones that will not change. But from the way it is today, every single warning that has been given, it is not happening. Today, it has become clear that Peter Obi will never, ever have any place in the election. You're welcome, my brother Maxwell. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Thank you. So it has become much more clearer than ever that Peter Obi will not smell anywhere in Asoro. All this while we have been saying it, people are asking questions, we give certain reasons and why it's not going to happen. I say it always in my broadcast, why it will not happen. That this very INEC is owned by the Fulanis. The constitution is owned by the Fulanis. And they don't even invade the structure in a way that it favors them. Every figure, even including all those figures you see people be mentioning, they are all wrong. All those statistics, they are wrong. They are all fake. And that is why he cannot make it. And when we say it, people don't understand. But today, it has become more clearer. It has become clearer in the essence that today you and I have had the INEC coming out to announce and say that some of the registration that were made have been cancelled. People who, you saw when Biafrans were coming out to register, many Biafrans left their house. Some closed that business they didn't want to close. That business they didn't want to close to come and ask for the rate of NNAMDIKAU. They closed that business to get their PVC. They closed that business to register. Churches donated their church. Churches gave their church for them to come and register for PVC. After all the drama we saw, after all those drama, both the ones they was beaten up because of registration. After those drama they saw, today INEC have come to tell us that so many of those registrations were what? Cancelled. A very huge number of that very registration, almost half of it was cancelled, unaccepted. And among the cancelled one, among those ones that were cancelled, more than 40%, 40-something percent are from the southern part of Nigeria, to be precise, southeast and south-south. The ones that were cancelled among those registrations, 45% or more than 45% of the results that were cancelled are from the southern part of Nigeria, to be precise, southeast and south-south. All those drama you are seeing, they cancel it. And in the northern part of Nigeria, only few were cancelled. About 70% or 20% was cancelled in the north. And now I begin to ask. We know that in that zoological republic, the southern part of Nigeria, the Biafran land, to be precise, southeast and south-south, they are the most educated you can talk of. All of them are literate. You hardly find an illiterate in that area. But how comes when they come to the filling of form of INEC, they become illiterate? They couldn't be able to fill a form. But when you come to the north, where we have people who have not entered the classroom for one day, they are now the ones who knows how to fill form, and their own percentage of filling become greater and the best. Have you ever sat down to ask yourself a question? Why is it so? How is it possible that the educated people could not be able to fill an ordinary form for PVC? They feel it so badly that more than 40% was cancelled from South and Southeast. But in the North, they were so educated in filling of form that they were only managed to have about either 15 or 17% that were not okay. And INEC came and announced it and say, most of those lineup, you see all those noise you were saying, registration, at the end of the day, that look at what happened, that they have cancelled it. And now I begin to ask you, do you still need a prophet to tell you that Peter Obi cannot get to Asarok? The same way they cancelled that very registration and they came and told you, and you did nothing. You didn't see any protest. You didn't see anybody talking. That is the same way they are going to cancel the election. If at all they hold it on their own note, because in the Biafran land it's not going to hold. But if it happens to hold anywhere, the same way they told you that in the southeast and south-south, that 45% of the result were filled incorrectly and it was cancelled. That is the same way they are going to announce. The day you will vote, after voting, they will tell you that about half of the vote you cast were not cast well. Either you interpreted in the nose of the person or you interpreted in the leg of the person. That is why they accept it. And meanwhile, in the north, where you have illiterate who doesn't know the difference between A and B, they are going to thumbprint very, very carefully, and all their thumbprint will be correct. You see, I don't know the kind of revelation we need to know that Peter Obi is a distraction, a waster. He is wasting his own time, wasting his own life and our own. And when we say it, people will think that we are just making noise. But each time we say it, that's why I tell people, pay attention to what is happening in your conventional media, not only your social media. That is why you see in my platform and in Leader TV show, you see us posting things from the conventional media. The reason why we post things for the conventional media is not that we are promoting the zoo. We are bringing information to your doorstep for you to know what is happening. Because if you don't know what is going on in the conventional media, everything we are telling you will be like story. It will be like story. Every day you go to conventional media, combined with the media, you come out, you will begin to see more reason why you should go and you don't even need someone to preach to you to go and tell you to go and fight. You don't need me to come here and begin to shout on you. You don't need anybody. You don't need Bro Maxwell to begin to come here and shout. You don't need our sister Linda to begin to broadcast every day. You will see reasons why you have to stand up and talk the way we are talking. Preach the message we are preaching. You see the reason why you have to be in the front to fight the battle, just the way we are fighting. But because you don't pay attention, we always bring it and put it in your face. We break it down in a way that you will understand. At least we are not speaking slants here. Neither are we speaking Queen's English. We speak in a language that everybody can understand. Even a white man can understand us. Because there are some people who come to your platform, they will only come and see where you make mistake in English. And they forgot that I'm an Igbo man. Even if I speak my grammar in English, whatever I speak, you will still have that Igbo intonation. And I have no apology for that. The most important is that even a British man who comes here will understand what I'm saying. But there are some people who are Biafrans, they will be busy looking for mistake where you use the wrong English and where you pronounce things the way you're not supposed to pronounce it. But who cares? Why we are coming here is to break it down to the way you will understand, so that you will not be left behind. Today, Peter Obi have been rigged out of the Asarok. Even before the election, they have rigged him out. You see the way they took the result of the southeast and the south side, they took their own result, they sliced it into two. After voting, they will slice it again. After they will slice it again the second time. This is the first one. After voting, they will slice it again. Then maybe it will remain only few. But in the north, it will continue to rise. That is why I tell you, even before the election, they have already allocated the number of votes you will cast. If you like, go and bring your rat. If you like, go let everybody in your family go and get that PVC. They have already allocated how many people will vote from the southern part of Nigeria, and you cannot exceed it. And that is why you see every one of them, all those politicians, every one of them is battling in the north. So when you see them campaigning only in the north, not minding you in the south, they know what they're doing. They know that they already know the number of votes you have, that you cannot change anything. And that is why the northerners will come and boast for you. They will tell you that they have the numbers. We have the numbers. We can make it. If you don't follow us, if you don't do what we do, if we don't pursue our own agenda, you cannot make it, because they have done their mathematics already and rig you out. And that now brings me to what an INEC official said, that right from Nigeria, before independence till now, even from the time of British, that there has never, ever been anybody in Nigeria that won election, including the Abiola election that they preach about, that every election in Nigeria, starting from the British ones, they were all rigged. An INEC official was saying that they have all been rigged. And the only way you can win an election in Nigeria is either you are in a good party. If you are in a favorable party who has the machinery to rig the election for you, they are going to rig it for you. And you come through. You cannot win the president of Nigeria because you are smart, not because you are popular, not because you are brainy or intelligent. And still, with all this information at your disposal, you still see some people coming to talk about obedient to kill you there. No be juju be that one. No be juju be that one.
Na juju be that.
Carry on, Maxwell.
Photo.
Real photo. Real photo.
Hey, Sister Leda, good afternoon, brother. Sister Leda, ndị Igbo anyị si na ihe fụrụ ọchị wụ ha ọma. When fụrụ ọchị abụghị ọma. As he dey sweet them, as he dey pain them, he go dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he go dey pain them. No see how they laugh today. See, my people, ụmụnne m na ụmụnna m, ekene m unu, Chineke gọzie unu. I wish all of us a holy Sabbath day. May God bless all the sons and daughters of Biafra land. May God bless NNAMDIKAU. May God bless someone. May God bless the ESN. May God guide the souls of our departed, those that started this fight before us. And may God grant us the opportunity, the strength, and the courage to continue and win and restore Biafra. They started the fight for us. Thank you so much. Today, there, this topic there. If I see, I know the background where they see another reader, I say, hey, you see how they sweet me, eh? When you tap, you see, Igbo people said when they are, you know, administering drug to axis of the scrotum, and his penis is rising, we must allow him to go and sleep with that woman he sees in the spirit world. This is what is happening to these people. It is a proverb in my mother's, language. You see, when you are telling these people that place you are going, there is no way there. They are shaking their head, baka, just like Nnamdi Kanu put it some time ago. At the end of it all, what happened? The only, in fact, I don't know how our people reason. What that thing that has spoiled, how are you going to fix it? Nigeria is like a tomb, a decorated, marble decorated tomb. Inside is dead body, and it's rotten, it's smelling. That is how Nigeria is. No matter the ornament, no matter the perfume, the deodorant, no matter the marbles, what is in there is a rotten thing. And when you tell them, they'll tell you, say, oh, girl, you are online citizen, online president, miscreant, Biafrans, and so on and so forth. Look at them now. What they should understand is this, just like you said, Mazuchuk, the British institutionalized rigging of election in Nigeria.
Exactly.
They themselves got themselves involved in the rigging of Nigerian election. Look at what happened to Nnamdi in the Western region at that time. If you go back and listen to the journalists, the British journalists that covered the election, Mazen Azikiwe won in the Western region, they said men became pregnant overnight. Do you know what men became pregnant? The symbolism of men became, they were used in Agbada. The Agbada they were wearing, they were stuffing ballot papers into it, and it makes them like people that were pregnant. The British journalists as at that time described it as the election was so bad, was so rigged that men became pregnant overnight. It is there. And our people, when you put those information to them to see and begin to retrace their step, they will refuse. Another one very close to us here now, but just recently, Goodluck Jonathan was battling with Boko Haram in the northeast, and immediately Buhari, they heard that Buhari is coming to do election over there. The place that was ravaged by terrorists, they now had 100% turnout during the election. No be juju be that.
And juju be that.
People that were fighting, they were chased away, displaced. When did they return to go and vote? To the extent they had 100% turnout. And that was what they gave them. Then the man won. Today again, in the South in general, Brother Chooks, he said over 40%.
Exactly.
Over 40% irregularity discovered in the registration of the voters.
Exactly.
You see, these are people that are literate. Even the one that is not literate will know how to speak pidgin English.
Exactly.
Any Southerner that did not go to school must know how to speak pidgin English, and people would direct him or her on what to do at that very place. But in the North, ba trenchi, kanajin trenchi, ba naji trenchi, kanajin trenchi, ba trenchi. People that when I was there, Yohana Madaki was going to Adamawa to call them to go to school. They were running inside the bushes on the mountains where they were living. They don't want to associate with people. These are the people that they have, I mean, less than 20%. Less than 20%. That is to tell you how it is going to be on that day. Our Igbo brothers, Igbo Biafrans, are they not the ones that are running markets in Lagos? When they asked them to close their shop on Mondays, they refused to close their shop on Mondays. But when they were going there to go and register, they voluntarily locked up their shops and went to go and vote. Go and support your own brother that is held over there. A civil disobedient, you say no, you will not do it. But you now went in there to go and register. Today, your registration has been invalidated.
Invalidated.
It's invalid. It's invalid. So what time do they have now to go and re-register? Is that
Even the ones
possible?
that are valid, they will not get the PVC. They won't get it until after election.
You see, this is a systemic. This thing, this is just to tell you people that the North knows how to run the things. They know how to run things in Nigeria.
Honestly, very intelligent people.
Very intelligent. We say when you come to South, you have the highest number of professors. The intellectuals, where Mazen Nnamdi called them intellectual, I call them unintellectuals. Unintellectuals. That is what I call them. You said you are very, very learned. You have the highest number of the elitist group. You have intellectuals. You have academics. You have this. You have that. But somebody who is a nomad that always walk with his transistor radio behind his, very close to his ear, is more intelligent than you people. Look at their president. Affidavit certificate. That was what that man used to enter as a president. As a president. But Peter Obi, they say he has second class. Oh, he's not qualified to be a president because he has second. Is it a second? What? How do people call itself? When they are telling you, they tell you like this, you lie. They flog you. You tell like this, you lie. They flog you. They will continue to flog you people. The one Nigerian is an advocate. They will continue to flog you people until, in fact, if not because of what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say something that touched me in one of his broadcasts. He said, if not God, can you just give me the strength, the spirit to move away from this restoration of, unless the Fulani, he said it. I heard him. Of course, because they don't listen. It was during that broadcast he said that was what they were telling Yes. That he said attitude. This same behavior is what Nnamdi was also doing. He said no, he was believing in bringing people. Allow people that say Araba, allow them to go. Allow them to go. He's too no over Sabinus. The same over Sabinus our people are doing today. And that is why we are where we are today. By now, we could have gone away from this kind of, entanglements that has refused or prevent us to express ourselves, our ingenuity, God-given talent that God, put in us. Yet our people are still making the same mistakes today. It's a shame. It is a shame. Look at what they have done to. If anybody that listens to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and you still remain who you are and you still support one Nigeria as a mad person.
You want to keep a battles, okay? Na network gaga this table on a break.
Okay.
You want to keep a battles.
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I thought it was from my side.
No, it's doing here. So the problem these people have is the problem we have. I continue saying it, and why the Fulanis are doing or treating us like this is because we are not united. We are not united. Fulanis, before they do something, everybody must agree to it. But some people are pushing forward, and the rest of them are dragging them back. So there's no how we can move forward. Assuming when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came out, people supported him. At least 2 or 3 or 4 politicians supported him. By now, would have gone for. Look at Yoruba. I'm telling you people that you'll be surprised. Yorubas will go before, or somebody is telling me it's a lie. Yorubas now, they are organized, and these people are afraid of them. Do you know that the Yorubas they have started confronting the police? They can catch a policeman, do anything they want. They won't do anything, but try it in Biafra land. You will see what they will do to you. So what we are suffering today is as a result of our stubbornness. stubbornness from our politicians who supposed to who have every opportunity. What is it that the Biafrans don't have? In terms of intelligence, we are there. Academic qualification, we are there. Natural resources, we are there. Human resources, we are there. But we allow people who we are 100% better off to be removing us. They were there. They planted their people in the strategic position, and they use it to chain us, and that is why we are suffering today. Okay, my brother have a master this back. Now it's even the worst. Okay, you can continue from where you stop. Let's see if it is okay now.
Okay, I can. Is this still breaking, or is it good now?
It's breaking. Go on. We can manage it.
Hi.
You can go on.
Okay.
Go on.
So, okay. So this is the problem we are facing. When you are telling our people that this is not the right way to do it, because it is not them that are doing it, they will begin to envy. They are ruled by the spirit of envy and jealousy, and that is the reason why things are happening the way it is happening to us. If not, we would not be in this kind of mess today. I saw 2 different places for the One Nation. They were doing their rally yesterday and day before yesterday or thereabout. Look at the kind of people that were there. Not just youth. These are what they call the imams, people, religious leaders, Muslims. I think in Oyo State, Kwara also, Kwara State. You see them all over the places. You see them, their action. When the soldiers remove the sticker, or the One Nation sticker, and what they did there, were they able to fire anybody or arrest anybody? They can't do it because they know if they do it, their elders and their politicians will come after them. They will speak, even if they did not do anything, they will speak. Now tell me, who are the brave and who are the cowards? Is it not the Igbo speaking Igbo speaking Biafrans?
The Biafran politicians, they are the cowards.
The politicians, are they not today the coward, the known coward? It is evidently proven that they are the cowards of our time. They are. For me,
very
they
good
are.
example of coward.
Very confused people. Easy to manipulate. These are people that are easy to manipulate. Give them little money now, they begin to sing in a different song. Glory be to God that we have someone like Kanu who came and prepared, build from where Ojukwu and the rest of them, our elders, that have left us, stopped, and handed it over to Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa, the way I'm looking at him now, he's going to be even more violent, more boisterous than our leader self.
Nnamdi will be a gentleman to Simon Ekpa.
Tell you. Simon Ekpa is acting like when we were in the field as well. That is who he is. When we are in the field, you can see us here talking, but when we get to the field, it's a different human being altogether. That is how he is acting. And I will support him with everything that I have, no matter how. He's doing a great job. If not for people like Mazi Simon Ekpa, I don't know where this agitation for the restoration of Biafra would have been right now. Anyway, you see, what if you are going when the elders are speaking to the ear and they refuse to listen, the day they are going to cut off the head, the ear will follow. Thank you. I will rest my case here and hope for the next topic.
Okay.
Thank you, my brother.
My brother Chooks, I want you to talk more about what they did to Ekweremadu. Oh God, I'm not laughing at him, but you see, as the marker ihe na-eme ka ikuku na-ebuka na-afụ ike ọkụkọ akwanye abụcha ndị nọ na fight against their own people. Now Are you trying to tell me that if a Kwerimada happens to come from the north, this issue would have been settled? But now, because he's an Igbo man, look at what they are doing to him. And the person they are doing, he will not see, when he come out, he will not see it as a bad thing. No. Come
Sister.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you so much. It's Judgment Day. It's Judgment Day. Judgment Day for every one of them. Mazin Nnamdi says, serve the zoo and you come back either dead or disgraced. So, whatever happens to the money is what he bargained for. Whatever happened to him, he bargained for, and he will face the consequence. That's it. He has this wire. He has been there all this while. How have he never stood for us? He never stood for us. He never fought for us. He's one of the people who is making sure that the Biafran struggle doesn't work. He's one of the people who is fighting against the Biafran struggle. But as he's fighting against the struggle, you are forward and doing what we need to do. So it doesn't matter whatever they do. It doesn't matter whatever the propaganda and blackmail they bring against us. They are going to face their punishment today. Ekweremadu is facing his. Ekweremadu is facing his punishment today. And he can run away from it. No matter how he tries to run away from it, he cannot. He can never run away from it. To show you how wicked this will are. You see, when we give examples to people, it is so painful that people do not learn from other people's mistakes. You want things to happen before you learn. Why don't you learn from people's mistakes? Why must you wait for things to happen to others? You want things to happen to you before you learn. But
Sister Linda,
people, they don't wait for things to happen to them.
Brother Chooks.
Yeah.
Our reception today is very, very bad.
Yeah, but we can hear Chooks very well. Chooks, can you fix your microphone or whatever your microphone properly? Sometimes it goes off, and sometimes can you fix it properly so that it will be stable?
Yeah, I know what is causing it. A call is coming in. A call is coming in on the gadget I'm using. So when that call comes in, it's breaking the voice. That's a call that is coming in. So that's what is disrupting it. So as I was saying, these people we are talking about, they don't learn from their mistake. They don't learn from other people's mistake. When Mazin Nnamdi warned them, you serve the zoo. If you serve the zoo, you are going to come back disgraced. They thought it was a joke. Today, it is happening. Ask me, where is Rochas Okorocha today? Rochas Okorocha has gone to oblivion. Where is the other one in Anambra State that put a price on our head? Who said that when you kill us, you pay 500? We will kill the cow. Where is he today? Oh, that is it. Today, it is the turn of Ekweremadu. Even while Ekweremadu is facing his penalty in the UK, why is he facing his case in UK? Why is he facing his case? In the zoo, they are busy seizing his property. About 40 of his property have been marked seized, temporarily forfeited. They couldn't even wait for him to come back. They couldn't even wait for him to come back from the one he's answering in UK. They are already seizing his property. And because it is possible like that, because he is from the southern part of Nigeria, he's from Biafra land. If he were to be from the north, they are going to protect his property, protect it until, even if he dies, they will make sure they hand over those properties to his children. The money that Umaru Diko stole from Nigeria, that the late Muhammad Buhari went to kidnap him, were they able to get the money? They couldn't be able to get the money. After late Muhammad Buhari wanted to play that game to promote himself, it didn't work. Ask me, since that time and he has come back to the power again, was he able to recover that money? He was able to recover it. Look at Abacha. Abacha still have some money that even this late Muhammad Buhari was part of the looting of Abacha. That is why he will tell you that he doesn't believe that Abacha stole money. Even while they are repatriating Abacha from the grave, he's still sending money to the zoo. From his grave, when he stated he will write a check and send to them. They don't care. Every year, Abacha is writing check from the grave to the zoo. What are they doing? His family have come out to boast, family of Abacha have come out to boast that no matter how poor they are, no matter how poor they become, they cannot become as poor as Dangote. This is what Abacha family said. They said no matter how poor they become, no matter how much you seize, that they cannot be as poor as Dangote. Dangote is the richest man in Africa. And Abacha family is telling you that they cannot be as poor as Dangote. And Buhari tells you he doesn't believe that Abacha is a criminal. Including all these northern mafias, everyone, they don't believe that Abacha is a criminal. They don't believe that he stole money. In short, they believe that he just have too much money. Even from the grave, he's sending them check to go and withdraw. But look at Ekweremadu. Why he is still in the UK, facing his own case there. They couldn't even have patience for him to come back already. 40 properties are marked seized already. Temporary forfeited. Till further notice. And they will never learn. They will not still learn. He will still come back and begin to support one Nigeria. He will still come back and begin to support. These people are so evil. They are so evil that they have become so used to the fraud. They have become so used to the criminality. They have become so used that the caliphate have first of all elevated them above every other person. This Ekweremadu is now in his own village. They treat him like God. They were even observing prayer for him while he's there. They were observing prayer for him. They are treating him like God. Every money they have given him for the development of Southeast is one of the people who sat on the development of Southeast. The little money Southeast gets for the zoo, Ekweremadu is one of the people that sat on that money.
Did you see the poor medical center in his village? Did you see the picture of that place?
These people are so evil. And
very wicked set of people. Very, very wicked. Very, very.
To show you why we must not allow any politician to survive. 2023. Why it is a mandate. We must, everybody in Biafra land must key in and make sure that no politician. I don't know how to explain it. Every one of you must have seen a video of the Northerners, all those Hausa boys who were carrying money from the southern part of Nigeria. I don't know where they carry from money from. They tell us that from southern part of Nigeria, they were speaking Hausa. That money is from Kudu, from the south. Money that somebody stole and they hid that money. The money have been there for a very long time. The money turned to dust. 5 naira note and 1,000 naira note, 500 note and 1,000 naira note. It has turned to, they have buried that money for a long time, so that the money have turned to dust. And this money was carried in trailers, taking them for God knows where. A human being took money that belongs to other people, went and buried that money on the ground. And it is now that their CBN want to change the money, because he had to want to change money. Maybe he went there to go and see if his money is still there. And the money have turned decayed. The money have decayed already completely. The money turned to dust. Tell me, money that still one trailer.
My brother, you will continue this before I forget this. And this something you said now remind me. You see, Fulanis, they have sense, you know. They always know how to brainwash. The politician, since Nigerian money have value, ego Nigeria akwụkwọ na-adọ ya ka ma na ga-eyi akwụkwọ na-adọ nwụchagoro na-achọzi ka enye ọrụzie mgbe a ga-eji isi zik na isi ndị Biafra. They have two intention of doing that. One, to show ka asụkwa na I belong. They are now trying to bring us in. The second one, no wishi zik Nigeria otoshede. What do you have to say about this? I was laughing. There was a video I saw. One man said the man really spoke my mind. I forgot to download that video. I would have played it here. You people will laugh over it.
My sister, the most important thing, my joy and joy of every Biafran should be, our joy is that we are no longer in Nigeria. We are not Nigeria. 120 days to go. We are no longer in Nigeria. If they like, let them go and put the head of all the people in Biafra land. Let them take all the head of all the politicians and put them in their money. It is for them. It is not our own. We are thinking about Biafra have our own money. We have our own pounds. Biafra pounds. That is my target. Biafran pounds and Biafran passport. Anything they like now, let them go and do and shape it, write it, draw. If you like, draw Biafra in Nigerian money. If you like, let them put the name Biafra inside a Nigerian money. We can't be distracted. We are focused on going home. We have left them. So all this one you see them doing now, they are fighting by all means. They are. This is when they say when people that play card, when you play a last card, then you play your checkup. What they are playing now is their checkup. And after playing this checkup, there is nothing again to do. In this their checkup, every single thing that need to be done they have used P2B. P2B have expired. They have seen that Biafrans don't listen to P2B. They don't care. They have seen that Biafran people, it doesn't matter what P2B nonsense is talking. That London boy, they don't care about the London boy. They know Biafrans don't care about the London boy. We have busted him. So now they are looking for different means, different angles, putting hand on different issues. But they can't get us because we have crossed the Rubicon. We have reached to the land of no return. And no amount of propaganda can change us. They are just wasting their time. For Biafran people, we are going home. We are going home. And it doesn't matter what anybody is saying, whatever strategy they use, whatever language they are speaking, it doesn't count this time around. We are focused on what matters. We continue to pursue what matters until we get to Biafra. Thank you, my sister.
Mr. Bemasu, I don't know if you have something to say regarding to this.
I didn't hear you here because the line was breaking.
I said, I don't know if you have anything to say regarding to what Chuk said about Ekweremadu.
Well, Ekweremadu refused to fight for his own people because he got himself, involved in so many things. That is why I said before that the reason why our Biafran politicians are not speaking like the others is because they know their secrets. They have a lot in their cupboards, and these people know. Just imagine 40 houses, all over scattered in Dubai, in Nigeria, in US, all over. You were talking about the hospital, the health center he built in that place, like a restroom. The health center. I saw the picture. I say, what kind of health center? Is this the kind of health center his own children are attending, visiting in the UK, where they are? It's good that it's happening to them. And one funny thing is that when these things are happening to them in this way, the rest of them cannot even learn. Rather, they begin to even entangle themselves, begin to roll themselves more and more and more in the same mess. They don't reason. I don't know whether maybe because of what they are getting, the money they are seeing, whatever they are getting. I do not know. As these things are happening, someone that has sense, someone with great wisdom will say, no, these people, as they are doing this man now, that is exactly how they are going to do to me. But they don't listen. They will see it there. Oh, they are like monkey. Put banana, put trap. As long as the monkey is focusing on the banana, the trap will catch it. That is how they are. This man went to, do you know what they did to us? I wanted him to do the same thing today. When he was picketed in Germany, what did they do? His supporters, let him fight the federal government. Interim future, and they are going to take it. No be Biafran, no be Bowman. They will take it and nothing will happen. If they know he will be lucky if he's not jailed too. He will be lucky. But in this case, just because he's a Biafran, he's an Igbo man, he's an Igbo, corrupt Igbo politician.
Corrupt one.
You know, he who is surrounded by enemies will always watch himself or herself. But these people, they're not. They are not doing that. They are not just doing that. How many times has he spoken about the injustices that have been meted on NNAMDIKAU and IPOB members? How many times has he spoken? I've never heard him speak.
You forgot that he's one of those that proscribed IPOB.
Even if he was among the people that prescribed IPOB, that is there no a time when you will see an injustice is being, meted out on your own person and you come out to speak? Can't you just come out and speak and voice out? No, he cannot. And they are going to deal with him. Those people that he was running to, they are the one now that are casting him out. Where is he going to visit? Where is he coming now? He's coming to Igbo land, to his people. He's looking for his own people. When the daughter was looking for kidney, who did he go to? Why couldn't he go to the north? The people that they are, that they.
We lost him. It seems his network is very bad.
Very, very bad.
Mr. Maxwell, if you can hear me, maybe you come in again. Your network today is very, very bad. So, my brother Chooks, we are going to continue. There's a question I want to ask you. I am not sure about it. I am hearing people that they want to do what they did during Anambra's election again. Have you heard something like that? That the election is going to hold in Biafra land? Have you heard any people like me? I'm not sure how true this is, but have you heard anything about that?
My sister, as you know already, we are dealing with criminals. And the criminals will always be criminal. They have already started campaigning now indirectly. Didn't you see their voice message? They have started campaigning for Peter Obi. So, the same thing they did before is what they will always try to destroy the plans around the ground. But this is general election. This is general election. It's not Anambra State. It's not a state election. In this very one, this is where they are going to see the last man standing. In that, what do you call it? In that Anambra election, that one was a disruption of election. This one, it will not happen. This one, you won't even see a place to conduct election, let alone say you want to disrupt. No, we're not talking about disrupting election. Election will not take place in Biafra land. Election will not take place in Biafra land. It doesn't matter the strategy they bring. They have already started. Of course, they cannot go without a bypass.
Before you continue, let's welcome our brother. Brother Erasmus, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I don't know if my voice is coming out low.
Yeah, your voice
is very low. I don't know.
No, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay. So, my sister, you raised a point like if he's hearing if election is going to hold. It's autopilot that is driving the election will not hold in Biafra land. So if the Kepu has nothing to do with autopilot, is something that you can do as take a pinch of salt on it. Is it coming from autopilot? We are not the DOS obviously you've already seen their position where they belong. So it is not the DOS that is stopping the election in Biafra land. It is IPOB that is stopping the election in Biafra land. Because that's IPOB right. Led by Nnamdi Kanu, because before he left, that's the instruction he left on the ground. No Igbo presidency 2023. No election 2023. That is his instruction and it stands. So if the Kepu is not coming from IPOB autopilot, then it's not from IPOB. And let me tell you, by extension, election is not going to hold in Nigeria. That's even one thing that a lot of people don't understand.
It's becoming more clearer. It's becoming more clearer. As the days go by, it becomes more clearer. They are seeing it already.
Yes, I've always been saying it. And one thing I even want you to even understand, Linda, I don't even believe the presidency is even planning election. That's another thing we need to even put into consideration. I don't believe they are preparing for election. If they are preparing for election, why would they be planning to use terrorists to take over the country? There are so many things you need. There are so many factors because they are looking at this. They already seen the green light, like this elections may not hold. So you can see them putting so many things in place. I see them even either trying to use military to take over or using terrorists to take over. That's what I see them planning to do. So we should be prepared in all ramifications, whatever they do. If they decide to use the military to take over, then the military should be ready to govern northern region, Rewa region. If they decide to use terrorists to take over, everybody answer a papa name. Arewa, if they want to answer Arewa Republic of Islamic Republic of Arewa, they are good to go. We will answer Biafra. If Niger Delta wants, they don't want to be part of Biafra, they can form their own country. If Middle Belt don't want to be part of this, they can form a national republic. Oduduwa will form their own country. That's where it's going. Everything is going to fall in place. And let me explain something. There is a reason why I support Mazi Samekpa. Let me make it very plain today. There is a reason. I'm not just the kind of person that just see somebody talk and I will just take what you said, and I will just take it like that. No. I look at you, I listen to what you say, I watch your actions, I watch your moves. That's when I decided to know if you are serious or not. Now, if anybody, including Samekpa, let me make it very clear. If anybody in autopilot, including Samekpa, tells you that the way to stop election, presidential election, is to declare sit at home, just sit at home, then that person is not telling you the truth. Let me make it very, very clear. If Samekpa comes on air today and announces that his plan to stop election in Biafra land is to declare 2 weeks sit at home and everybody will sit at home, everybody will comply, I will tell you that it's not serious. But I know that is not the plan. Sit at home is just an aspect of what will stop the election in Biafra land. And that's what I want people to take note of. Because a lot of people are having that misconception, they will declare sit at home. But when they declare sit at home, they will bribe some people and people will come out to vote. And eventually that will be voter apathy. And that thing will be against Peter Obi and Tinubu will win. That is not the mission. If that is Samekpa's mission, then it's a failed mission before the thing starts. That's not his mission. You cannot succeed because there is no way you will say because you declare sit at home and everybody will just obey and everybody will sit at home and there will be no election. No, everybody will not obey. Some people are going to be bribed. Some people are going to come out. They will use military tanks so even cover some people to come and vote to just validate it. That is not what is going to happen. Before the election, you will begin to know what will happen that day. There should be no ballot papers in Biafra land. INEC officials should not come and work freely and come and conduct election in Biafra land. That's when you really know that there will not be. I believe Samekpa knows what he's doing. And at the right time, he will do the right thing. So anybody telling you they'll be, Oduduwa, they are joining. I told you people before. I've always said it. A lot of people always have that misconception. Oduduwa people, they are weak. They are this thing. Forget it. They are better organized. And remember, they have common language, one language. Because of that, most times you don't know what they are planning. They are better organized. We have more money than them. That's just all. We have more money than them. But when you talk of organization, they are better organized. They are better structured. They betray us well, but their betrayal is less than our own betrayal. So we need to put Oduduwa are ready. You can see men use the ordinary hand to face the military. These people don't know what is coming for them. They don't know what is coming for them. I was watching a video clip where a Hausa guy was begging people to vote for Peter Obi, that the Fulani had been deceiving them. Oh, it's too late, my brother. If he's listening, it's too late. He should go and ready. He should go and ready to mobilize his people. Mobilize his people and start thinking of a republic outside the Fulani. Because the truth is that the Fulani has completely submerged them, dominated them, because what they did. See, let me explain something to you, my brothers. Now, have you thought about this? See the trick that the Fulani used on the northern region. Let me explain it to you. You know that when the Fulani came, they worked with the Hausas and they make Hausa the official language that they speak. So whether you are Fulani, whether you are what's it called, every other tribe in this thing, they made that Hausa language a common language. Hausa people thought that was an advantageous for them, not knowing that was undoing for them. Because now what happened is that the Fulani succeeded in saying Hausa Fulani, and almost all Fulanis can speak Hausa. But majority of Hausa cannot speak Fulani. They don't hear Fulanis. So we know when the Fulanis are plotting their evil, the Hausas cannot understand what they are plotting. So when it's time to plot the evil that they are plotted against the country, they will go on. They will start speaking Fufude. When it's time to do the one they want Hausas to hear, they will speak Hausa. Hausa cannot hear them when they are planning, but they can hear Hausa when Hausa is planning. You see the trick they use. So the brother that was asking for this is too late to cry when the head is off. They should band together as Hausa people, band themselves together and decide to form their own country if they want to. Nigeria has a population of about 210 million. The population of South Korea, I think South Korea is just about about 40 something million, or is it even up to 13 million? North Korea is about 25 million. Germany, as big as Germany is, I think Germany population is about 80 million. UK population that includes about 4 countries is just about 70 million. Finland is just about 5 million. The list is endless. It's not about the numbers, it's about what we can band together to do.
Exactly.
You understand? Nobody is begging anybody. There is no two ways. What we are fighting for is for the survival of our race. We are not even fighting for anybody that is telling you we are fighting against marginalization is a big fallacy. We are not fighting against marginalization. We are fighting against the survival of our race. We want to live. We want to develop at our own pace. We want to practice the religion that we want to practice. Nobody forcing us to practice our religion. That is the reason why we are exiting Nigeria. It has nothing to do with marginalization. Marginalization is just like 1% of the reason why we are living. So let nobody tell you it's marginalization or this thing. Let's come to Peter Obi. Let's do this thing. Hausa people should band together and form their own country. That's what the advice I have for them. For now, it's too late. Everybody is going his way. Thank you.
Erasmus, before you leave, I would like to ask you this question. You heard that Nnamdi Kanu have dragged Nigerian government to Supreme Court. What do you think we'll be expecting from the Supreme Court?
I have absolutely no confidence in the Nigerian judiciary. The Nigerian judiciary, as far as I'm concerned, is zero. The truth is, if Nnamdi Kanu even get the judgment in the Supreme Court, how are we sure that the government will obey the judgment? Now, in a country where three appeal court judges gave a ruling and set somebody free and said he had no case to answer, and suddenly the same government is to the same. The first of all, to punish the appeal court judges. They punish the appeal court judges by transferring them as sign of punishment. They didn't stop there. As they did that, they changed the judges that were going to judge the case. And the judgment came about 45 minutes. The lawyers got the judgment. They wanted to give the judgment 45 minutes before the judgment was read. So what happened there was complete manipulation. And the judiciary, what was it called? The Nigeria Judicial Council, the NBA, all of them are silent. You want me to be part of that kind of country? All the senior advocates of Nigeria are silent in the midst of injustice, in the midst of tarnishing the judiciary. Because number one, you in Nigerian constitution, in Nigerian law, this thing, you are not supposed to file an appeal against something when you have not obeyed the judgment of the court. When that appeal came to the Court of Appeal, the first thing that the Court of Appeal should have even first of all requested is obeying the judgment of the Court of Appeal, first of all, before filing an appeal, before filing in stay of execution. Because number one, a judgment was given almost more than 1 week. It was not adhered to. And now you are filing an injunction to stop the this thing. What of the 7 days or the 8 days that elapsed before the judgment was given? What happened within those days? That is illegal detention. So for me, I'm not expecting anything strange, anything different from the Supreme Court. If they will give their verdicts, because number one, if you want to follow the case, there is absolutely nothing they can do against Nnamdi Kanu. It's a clear court case. But my own concern is if the Nigerian government is going to obey, so I'm not depending on Nigerian courts. The reason why Nnamdi Kanu is dead.
Now you just said the main thing.
I'm not depending on them.
There is no point for anybody to put hope on Nigeria.
I'm not depending. I'm absolutely not depending on them. The reason why Nnamdi Kanu is dead today is because of Biafra. Every arsenal we have should be geared towards getting Biafra. That is the reason why it's there. Then my brother, true survivor, there is something I want to point out.
Exactly.
You remember there was last time I came on air and I talked about Southeast politicians are the one holding Nnamdi Kanu. You were not comfortable with that. But have you seen everything that has happened now to justify what I said the other day? Because I don't just talk. I told you that Southeast politicians are the one holding Nnamdi Kanu. That was what I said.
Yeah, that day, you know what happened that day? It's not as if I was arguing that they are not the problem, but I didn't want us to focus on them and begin to talk about them. But that is the truth.
That is where the problem is. Truth survivor. That is where the problem is. You need to look for the center of gravity of your problem to be able to solve it. The center of gravity of what is holding Biafra is the Southeast politicians. It's the Southeast governors. That is the center of gravity. When you leave the center of gravity and you are facing every other thing, you are wasting your time. The people that are holding us hostage are the Southeast politicians. That is the truth. Take it or leave it.
Starting from Willie Obiano.
They are the people holding Biafra down. That is the truth. They are the ones. Because imagine a judgment was given in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. They did not come out to speak to say our son. The court has said free our son. They set him free. The UN gave an instruction for federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. They did not find it necessary to come out to speak. Now they did mago illegal judgment, and suddenly they put court injunction, and they now came out. Now they now have power to now come out and say let's do political solution. When a city court, an appeal court has set somebody free, you are coming out to say let's do political solution. It means that they are the one that actually triggered and initiated that thing.
Yes, they don't want him to. They just want to tie him. They are looking for something to tie him. They don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be a free man.
Until we face the truth,
they will give them conditions. You will not
yes.
say we are two people.
Until we face the truth and face the enemy that are holding us, we are not going anywhere. The people that are holding us are the Southeast politicians. One watch their news conference, you will know. Look at their faces. They are the enemy of Biafra because they know when Biafra comes, they have become useless. Nobody will not allow them to come out. Imagine the money people are stealing. Billions. When people are hungry, people are stealing billions. Billions. Somebody is employing 200,000 workers, advisors. 200,000 with state fund. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Chus. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, my brother. I don't know who wants to speak. If not, we'll move ahead.
Yeah, on that, my brother. Huh?
Who is speaking? Who is speaking?
Okay. Go on. Master, go on.
You see, Sister Linda, mute yourself because the thing is echoing. Now, you see, we have a very serious problem, just like one brother Erasmus has said. But for me, we recognize that these people are the leeches that is eating us from inside, the worms that are eating us from inside. We know, and we saw what they have done. If not that they suggested for the proscription of IPOB and NNAMDIKAU as a terrorist group, the federal government wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have done that. They would not have no place to hang on to proscribe NNAMDIKAU and IPOB. And that proscription, that suggestion came from Willie Obiano of Anambra State. Anywhere I see that man, I will give him one word. If I will not get to him very, very well, in a way, a manner he will understand. Or, speak to him in the language he'll understand as well. I don't know when I will get to him to speak to him in the language he understands. You see, we have been put aside by these same people. Just like my brother said, so many things has gone underground. You cannot add, you cannot even, all of them. Even, in fact, I was even surprised. Even my own, Abanof or so, Abaribe, I've not heard him speak. I've not heard him speak.
He wants to be a governor.
All of them are just...
Mr. Baribe is a chameleon. He doesn't know he don't want to offend Nigeria and they don't want to offend.
He wants to be a governor.
We just want to be at the middle. He wants to be what the scientists call catalyst. Catalyst quickly the reaction of the surface and remain neutral. That is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. You see, so the way he was talking before, I am very, very surprised that the huge injustices is going on right now. He's keeping quiet. I don't know what is going on. Then when release NNAMDIKAU as appeal call has ordered, these people refused to do that. They held him for over 89 days. You did not obey that order. You went on this, remove all the judges and forcefully transfer them. They were replaced by their own Namu, Malams, and so on and so forth. Salam and Malam Salami, Salam and the rest of them. Then you now got stay of execution. You started rejoicing that the federal government has secured stay of execution. That when they have finished with the Supreme Court. Which Supreme Court? Supreme Court where it's being managed and controlled by the same terrorist people that are charging NNAMDIKAU. The same people that have refused to obey court appeals order. I don't think that we are going, it is for us to, let's just forget about that Supreme Court. Let the lawyers do their own and let's focus on what we are focusing right now. That is, the mantra right now is no election in Biafra land. That's all. So we cannot begin to dwell on what the outcome of, if it comes out and it favors us, no problem. We will rejoice and count it as a win also, in addition to what the ones that we have won already. So the only thing we have to do now is, what is Maxwell going to do? Make sure that election is not held in Biafra land. That is what we should be discussing right now. And for our people that are in the Biafra land, that are witnessing all these things that are happening, what can we tell them? How do we get to all of them so that they would realize that they should not even participate in this election? I love what my people did in Abia State. I was so happy when I saw them marching, irrespective of the military and the Nigerian security apparatuses. I love what they did. My people made me proud. Just a day or 2 days ago in Abia State, they marched and I saw them. They defied them and they marched.
My brother, the master. Sorry for interrupting you. We have a call from our brother Okenwa.
Okay.
You are welcome to the program. You can speak now.
But I want to
Thank you all. My brothers, Maxwell. Hey, it will okay one. Yeah, I have to okay one. Bro, choose. God bless you, my brother. You are really blessed. You know, your humility and your understanding is second to none. This is exactly what we need in Biafra.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, there are certain things I watch, Bro Truth. You know, he is a good listener. And his response is always intelligent. So I really want to salute your brightness, sir. These are the talents God has blessed Biafra. You see,
you didn't talk about our dictionary here. Mr. Erasmus is the dictionary here. Okay, didn't you see him?
Sorry. Sorry. So what we are saying, like our brother Erasmus just spoke, and everybody speaking. We know the truth. Even our brothers, all of them, they know the truth. You know, most of us, when we give this information, we get it raw, and I can't just come on air and say something I'm not sure of. And when this thing happened, I am telling you that we are not trying to say Southeast politicians. It's not only politicians. Southeast politicians, Southeast clergymen, my bishops, Southeast traditional rulers, which they call themselves or elite. They are the ones, and they want, they vow that once federal government leaves NNAMDIKAU, they will run away. Because they know that they cannot, even what is happening now, they cannot hold it. But why I am calling this morning is, you see, it's a pity that these canker worms, these people that have come to destroy what NNAMDIKAU has built for many years, they have planted themselves in every, even they are so using some people, and those people didn't even know that they are using them. I had to make my calls pertaining, everybody was celebrating the protest that happened in Aba, which is a very welcomed idea. But if you know something behind that protest, you will say, can people be this wicked?
My brother, when you finish, I wanted to say something about it, but I reserved my comment because I observed a lot of things. But when you finish,
do you know that because of simply that autopilot has exposed these people, and they are not.
Mazokenwa, speak louder. I can hardly hear you.
Ịma bụ o nwere olu nwaanyị before ma afọ pakịta o nwere ike ọ nọ n'ọrụ.
Can you hear me now?
But I can hear you. I don't know. Can you hear him? Mr. Erasmus, can you hear him?
Yes, I can hear him.
I can hear him.
Okay, what I'm saying is our people.
Mr. Maxwell, unmute yourself. It seems you muted yourself. Unmute yourself. I can see it here. Continue.
All right, our people back home should not be playing. They should not be allowed themselves to be used. Protest is good, but let me tell you what this somebody told me from Abia State. He said that, look, anything anybody does raising Biafra flag in Nigeria now, and nobody attack you, no police tear gas you, and all you know that those things are politically arranged.
Exactly.
And they just arranged it.
Exactly my observation. Exactly my observation.
You know that once they come up with that thing, many people are going to fall that, yeah, we are protesting and all this. These are just for them to validate their own. They are already.
Hello, bro.
We should allow them to be trashed.
Can I quickly add something before the speaker leaves?
Yeah.
Yes, my brother.
Okay, now I understand the point where you are coming in. But let us look at it this way. Anything that will call the attention of the world to Biafra, we are in support of it. Now, I'm looking at the way that we are forcing them to do what they're supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, that protest now is in Punch newspaper, it's in Vanguard newspaper, it's in what media. So we forced them to do it. We forced them to do it. Because which flag did they hold? It was Biafra flag. That is what we want to see. Remember, these same people were the ones that stopped worldwide protest.
If I mute myself, Mr. Okenwa will not be hearing what you say.
Yeah, because I'm hearing myself double.
Yeah, let's manage it
okay,
like that.
Let Okenwa finish.
Okay, Mr. Okenwa, you can continue. It's better that way.
Okay. Yes, where I am going is very close to where my brother is. I was saying that let us help them, because when somebody feels that he's dealing with you, he didn't even know that he's exposing himself. So, what, in as much as the protest was politically arranged by them, but it's forced to our own favor. Our own favor. And now, do you know what angers me from the call I just had yesterday? They say that the only thing they have agreed that they don't want it to escalate to other states. Can you imagine? They don't want it to escalate to other states. Now they want to use this thing to douse tension and to make it loose. And the thing is coming up in all the newspapers and every other thing. So what I'm trying to tell us that let us use whatever they bring up. Let us use it against them. You see, as long as these Southeast governors has infiltrated GOS IPOP, they didn't infiltrate autopilot. Any game they bring out, let us intelligently use it against them, for them to know that we are all prepared by God himself. And what I want to encourage us is, this thing our brother Erasmus said is true, that center of gravity. As long as we keep on hitting them hard, that these people, don't mentioning only politicians. Let me tell you, the clergymen are even worse. They are worse. Clergymen are working with the traditional rulers, because politicians most of them don't run away from Biafra land. They are not there. So the tools they are using now is all these clergymen. So whenever we are hitting it hard, for the church goers, not children of God, they are church goers. For them to know that as long as you are going to church to listen to that preacher, you are listening to somebody who is preaching doom into your life. That's what I want to say. Thank you very much. Brother, continue. I'm on the way.
Thank you so much.
There's something I would like to ask Brother Okenwa. Brother Okenwa, are you there?
Background.
Okay. Brother Maxwell, let me quickly say something. Now, one of the last statements that Brother Okenwa said, he made reference to the clergymen, the traditional rulers. Yes, we understand what is going on, but the center of gravity, I still maintain, is the politicians. You know why? Do you know that the ordinary local government chairman is in control of traditional rulers? So it means that these traditional rulers get their payments, their survival, their vehicles from these politicians. So if they don't dance to the tune of the politicians, they will not get anything. So that is where the real problem is. And again, let's go to the religious leaders. Let's go to the church leaders. You see, they go to the churches and donate billions. You see, they're providing vehicles for them. So everything still boils down to the politicians. They are the one that when you treat the fuck up of the head, every other thing below we cooperate. You cannot go after or say, oh, start attacking them. I'm using social media now, for instance, right? Using social media. You cannot start using social media to attack everybody, attack this one, attack this thing. Who is the head? Who is the head? Who is leading them? Who is pushing them to do what they are doing? Is these politicians. Though that is the center of gravity for me. Then again, as I talked about this protest in Aba. It's a welcome development. I 100% welcome it, because what they did eventually has brought again Biafra to the limelight. Yes, right? We have succeeded in pushing them to do the right thing. Even if they wanted to do it just to show relevance, anybody who is smart understand what is going on. But at least they did the protest. These are the same people that stopped the protest in. See, when I knew that these people were not for Biafra was long time ago. And that's why when I see people say Samekpa brainwash people, I'm laughing. I knew in fact, when so many things from your actions and inactions, your utterances tells me if you are ready for Biafra or not. When these people talk, when these people act, I knew. When I concluded in my mind that these people, the crop of leadership in DOS were absolutely not for Biafra, when Chinasa Woru came on air and cancelled and said every protest should go to Kenyan embassy, that nobody should go to UK and Nigeria embassy again. That was when I knew that these people were 100% compromised. And I want you to understand this thing. The compromise of these people is not just local. If you look at it very well, it's not just local compromise, because that compromise that made them to make that announcement has to do with international compromise as well. Because what was happening was that the image of UK was disgraced all over. UK government was being disgraced all over. Nigerians were protesting everywhere in the embassy. And what did they do? They used Nigerian government, use Southeast politicians, push these people. See, today, I'll be asking that question, and I'm still asking this question. Anybody who is a supporter of DOS, any DOS member, I want them to come and tell Biafrans what was the value in stopping protests in UK embassy and Nigerian embassy and telling the people to go to Kenya embassy. I want to know. Brother Manswell, Brother Chuks, if you know of any value that brought to Biafra agitation, Biafra struggle, that canceling protest, because nobody could even ask, and that was why I was at a point I was telling my friend, it's like, are Biafrans, are we dumb? Nobody's even asking, why did you ask us to stop protesting in where that matters and telling us to take it to Kenya?
My brother Erasmus, you see, on this very thing we are discussing, you made a very important point. But before I go there now, let me talk about the issue of this politicians and their betrayal. From day one, I have always known that the politicians are not for Biafra. And every genuine Biafrans know they are not for us. But you see, in this very struggle, there are certain steps that we need to take, and we always follow the direction on who leaks and information that are coming. It's not as if we don't know that these people are the problem. They have always been the problem. Even while Nnamdi was there. But every time you see Nnamdi will always try to exhaust all the opportunities, give you all the opportunities so that you can be able to exhaust all the opportunities. Until when you exhaust it, that you will not have any loophole anymore, then he will strike. That's the same strategy we are still following. These governors have not been there. Could you remember the time Nnamdi held a meeting with them? Nnamdi held a meeting with them. They said they were going for restructuring. Nnamdi did not oppose them. He told them, if you want to go for any negotiation, you cannot go to negotiation with the caliphate empty-handed. You must go with something. You can't go for a negotiation and you go with empty-handed without anything. What is going to happen? Go and negotiate for your restructuring. When you bring that restructuring, we will look at it and see how it is. But I am going to continue to hold my self-determination. Not until when you bring something there, we can be able to look into it and see the kind of restructuring you brought. What did they do? They went and brought Python dance instead. They went and brought the Python dance. So from that very onset till date, they have been fighting against the struggle of Biafra up to date. And you see in the era of Mazi Samarepa, like when we were discussing about the last time, you see Mazi Samarepa also gave that open door. There was a day he made a broadcast. He said, any governor that changes, we are going to forgive them. That was the reason why he made that comment. And those of us who are preaching on autopilot, there are some messages we pick and we follow the step. When someone ever says certain things, we have to be very careful what we say and we follow along the way he's going. The day he made that comment, he said that any governor that repents, if you change from your day to day, we are going to treat you as a general. I think there was a governor that did something and then he praised the governor and he continued. Mazi Nnamdi was playing the same template. When the governor behaves well, he played, giving them that loopholes for them to change. But the last straw that broke the camel's back was when they came out to endorse the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. Lastly, they came out unanimously and endorsed the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. They stay for execution of the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. They came out together and endorsed it. That was the last straw that broke the camel's back. And Master Simon Ekpa made the last broadcast that every single politician in Biafra land, we are going to treat them the same way we treat the caliphate, the same way we treat the Jew, the same way they are the real enemy. They are now the arch enemies of the Biafra. And that is where we are today. That doesn't mean that all this while we didn't know that we are a problem, but we want them to exhaust all that opportunities. And today, there is no single thing that Biafrans will do against them, that any man anywhere will stand against it. Or any God anywhere, we stand against it. It has become very, very clear that these people are our problem. They are the problem. They are. They can't hide anymore. And that is the way this struggle have gone to the extent. That is why I thank you for Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa have come in now to begin. There is no way, if you are not genuine, even in autopilot, if you are not genuine, you can't hide anymore. You can't hide anymore if you are not genuine. Even in this autopilot, it will only take a little time. And there is a new bombshell that Simon Ekpa released. A new bombshell that he released. Do you know that Simon Ekpa have gotten the information how they shared the money of betraying Nnamdi Kanu, the amount they got with receipt?
You mean, hey?
Yes, I heard.
Really? Hey,
He
this
has
one is
gotten
Operation
the
Scatter.
detail of how they shared the money they got in kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu. How they shared the money, who got how much he got, how they shared the money. He got the detail in full. You see, that is why there are certain times things will happen. We just wait. We don't speak about it. You keep silent and let the leader speak. When the leader speaks, then we begin to voice out. There are so many things will happen. We keep silent. We don't talk about it until when you just give them that chance to breathe exhaust. It's just like okay, you come in, Erasmus.
Let me ask this, and Brother Manso and the rest of them. Now, just imagine what would have happened, right? When the appeal court gave that verdict and discharged Nnamdi Kanu and said they should release him unconditionally. Just imagine if the 5 southeastern governors had done a press after 2 days of the government not obeying the court order and unanimously asked the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu immediately, obeying the court order. What do you think would have happened?
Of course, there will be a change.
That's a question for Biafrans to answer. And that question was not actually for you, brother. It's a question for the entire Biafra.
Let me join them to answer this question. This is a very, very vital question, Brother Erasmus. And whatever we say here now, they can carry on with it or even add more to it. My position is this: these people are the problem of Nnamdi Kanu, ab initio. And the only time they had to rewrite those, stupid behaviors was after the ruling of the appeal court.
Exactly. That was when their opportunity expired.
Expired totally. That is to tell you that these people they knew what they were doing from from the beginning. They knew their position. They wanted to do it in such a way that the caliphate would like them more, because the caliphate loves he who is fighting their own people, for the caliphate interest, for their interest. That is what they encourage very, very well. For those of us that know these people, that is what they encourage very, very well. They are happy to see me, you and I fight even to death. And later, they will come and take the remnants. When I'm tired, or Brother Erasmus, or Sister Linda, or Brother Chicks, or anybody, when we are tired fighting ourselves, then they will come in to envelop everything. That is who they are. And they will feel joy. They were clapping their hand that they have gotten hold of the Igbo politicians. Let me just call them. They are the people that are Igbo politicians, all of them. So there was nothing they could do again. Then the federal government now, ruled and managed by the same terrorists themselves, now say, since their own people that they are looking up to has, forsaken them, then this is the right time to face these people. And that is what they are doing. I expected them to come out and say, since the Court of Appeal, the second most highest is to answer, Nigeria, leave them alone. Leave him alone. Let this man go. Rather, they waited. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there was a reason why I threw that question. And I know that you have answered it, and a lot of Biafrans are thinking about it. Now, okay. I want to say something.
Okay.
Now, how do you was I really expecting the Southeast politicians, the governors, to do a press conference to ask for his release? That question is for me. No, I was not.
Oh, okay.
The reason why I was not is because I am convinced by their actions and inactions that they were responsible for the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, so am I expecting the people who are responsible for same person's kidnap to come and ask for his release without pressure? No. That's another thing I want you to get there. These people, federal government could not have just gone and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu on their own. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. They could not have done that without internal support. The reason why Nnamdi Kanu was one of the major reasons why I am 100% for no election. The main reason why Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped was for two major reasons. One, for Anambra State election to hold, and for 2023 election to hold. Those are the two major reasons. Because they knew Nnamdi Kanu was already working against stopping Anambra State election. Remember, before he was kidnapped, INEC was already talking about we may not be able to conduct election. That was before he was kidnapped in Anambra. So they already saw the green light. So the Southeast politicians, especially the governors, cannot wash their hands off the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. And one of the reasons they kidnapped him, they succeeded using the DOS by conducting an Anambra State election. What is the 2023 election? So were you expecting them to actually come and give press conference? Was I expecting them to come and give press conference after their appeal court judgment to say release him or condition? The federal government will just be laughing because they are the one that actually brought him to them. I was not expecting it because we can only force them to do what they want them to do. They cannot willingly do it on their own. You can't force them to do it. They will not willingly do it.
Brother Erasmus.
Go on, Maxwell.
Okay, you see, Brother Erasmus, anyway, what you have just said is right. It is absolutely correct. In a human life is change. Was it not Absalom? What was this guy's name? The David's son that took away. What's his name? Is it Absalom or whatever they call him? I've forgotten. Brother Chicks, can you help me here?
Son of David, Absalom.
You see, he did so much to the father, took his own part, took his own share, and ran away. And when he hit the rock, he said, no, I cannot continue. There was a change, a spiritual change in him that made him to come back and ask for forgiveness. Look, let me tell you, my brother Erasmus, for me, from my own heart, I am telling Biafrans today that are listening to us, from me, if they could have summoned the courage to say, no, we got it all wrong. Now that this court of the land has said this man should go, allow him to go. He is one of our own, is our son. Release him. If there is any other thing that you want to go from there, then you can now appeal. That is how it is done. But for them to keep quiet, I could have, if they did that, my brother, all other things that they have done, I will forgive them, because me too, I have sinned against some people. I asked for forgiveness and they accepted me. In fact, in our program here, there is a lady, our mothers, I call them my second, third, fourth and fifth mother that I met here. I mistook them, their comment, for someone else. And I started bashing them. And when I read the distance, I found out that, oh, it wasn't the person I was targeting. Then I went back. I went to about three or four platforms. I rendered apology to them. And immediately I rendered that apology and they responded. My spirit that were tormenting me that time left me immediately. Left me immediately. I am living their blessing right now. So, my brother Erasmus, to err is human, to forgive is divine. If they had come in, right the wrongs of the past for just that one singular act, I will forgive them. And I will come here today to preach to anybody that will castigate them, to tell them, say, please, let's work with them. Let's bring them back and forgive the past, forget the past.
Brother Maswe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
You heard what I said just now, right? I said there are two reasons why they work with federal government to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. One of the reasons is Anambra State election. Now, the question is, the second reason, have they accomplished it?
No, they have not accomplished it, but they could have at least do something. Yeah.
That's exactly what we are saying. That's the second reason.
Okay.
So that's the second reason. That's why if you are expecting them to change, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen by just saying it. It can happen by force.
You can see, my brother Erasmus, the change that my brother Maxwell was talking about, somehow, if you look at it the other way around, you find out that coming to the side you are talking about the issue of 2023 election. That was one of the agenda. But also remember that what they were pursuing was Igbo presidency. That is, it was going to come among them. And they have lost it openly, totally lost it. And yet they continue to dip themselves into that criminality because have made it that is how it's going to be. They can't run away. That is why they couldn't even apologize. They couldn't even withdraw. Even when look at Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi was positioning himself for president or vice president. Look at Okorocha. Okorocha was driven of president. Every one of them. Even the ones that were preparing themselves for governors, they all lost. So after you have lost all this, still you could.
I don't know what is happening to our network today.
To withdraw. You could someone to withdraw and behave well. At least ask for apology so that your people can forgive you. They have crossed the Rubicon. When they crossed the Rubicon was that very day when they came out unanimously and endorsed the state of execution of the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. They support the federal government and they begin to talk about useless political solution that the government have told you that we are not part of it. Now that you have an opportunity to redeem yourself, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, seal their Pharaoh that they are as Pharaoh, seal their heart. Their heart is sealed. And that is why you see sometimes it's just like Christians that said in Christianity, they say when you commit a sin against the Holy Spirit, it is so grievous that you might not have an opportunity to repent in your lifetime.
Yes.
You can commit any other sin and you have opportunity to repent. You will repent and be forgiven. But why the sin of against the Holy Spirit is not forgiven? That you will not have an opportunity to repent. And that is what happened to them. The sin they committed against Biafrans, against Nnamdi Kanu, that opportunity for them to repent was taken away from them by Chukwu Okike himself.
See,
my
brother choose. And
yes, my
leader and Biafrans listening. Let me explain something again. You see, these people would have been forced to make that joint press conference after that appeal, if not for the fact that they were able to capture DOS. Because they would have been under fire. They would have been under fire. Under fire. They will not be sleeping. See, let me tell you what Nnamdi Kanu, obviously, let me tell you,
By now, if you understand exactly what is going on now, he will be relieved. But honestly, Nnamdi would have been disappointed in entire Biafra. But I'm telling you, because Nnamdi will not expect that he will be kidnapped like that and everybody will be sleeping. The governors should not have been sleeping in Biafra land again.
Of course. That's
Nobody
true.
will tell them what to do. They will be appealing. Let me give you an instance. You know, we forget a lot. Now, go back to NSAS protest 2020. During the NSAS protest, there was a phone conversation that was made. Some little girls, I don't know how they got Tinubu's phone number, and they called Tinubu on phone. Tinubu was confessing like a child. They were asking him questions. He was answering like a child. He was scared. He said, no, I will not do this. They were questioning him. He didn't even know who was speaking with him. And he was answering all the questions. And was apologetic. His voice was apologetic. He was scared. So what would have happened now? What these people did, when they took over the DOS was telling Biafrans, calm down. We are on top of the situation. Calm down. So they calmed Biafrans down while they were eliminating those that they know that will not listen. That was what they did. These governors would not have been sleeping. If they were not sleeping, when that judgment came, they would have been the first to run to the press and give press conference and say, release him unconditionally. We are no longer sleeping. No. They don't need to say that. But that was what they would have done. And that's why when I was talking, I was careful of my word. I said, they will not willingly do it. They would have been forced to do it. That's what I mean. They would have come and made the announcement by force. They will not be sleeping. Remember, before now the Kanu was kidnapped, Uzodimma was not sleeping in the house again. He was not sleeping.
All of them were not even happy. All of them were confused. They were confused.
I remember a program
because they never knew what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would say. You know, he was attacking them left, right.
When Nnamdi Kanu was telling Uzodimma that I know where you slept yesterday night. You slept so place. You did not. He told him yes.
Yeah.
So that's what would have happened to them. They would have, even though they were the ones that kidnapped him, they would just they would say his father will let him go. They would be, in fact, they would have been the happiest people to hear that judgment, and they would come and say release him unconditionally. But there was no pressure. There is nothing. Why would they say it? No pressure, nothing, because they've got.
But my brother Erasmus,
that was just trying their best.
My brother Erasmus, everything is still working for our own good. I still believe that everything is working for our good. Whatever happens, the target is Biafra. Anything that will make this tension come down. Even as we are saying now, maybe if they have made that speech, that maybe all of us now will now believe they have repented. Why they will still be on the ground working. It is better as we now know that these people are hardened fellows.
No, they don't deceive me easily like that. No, nobody can deceive me easily like that.
Hardened fellows. Let us continue to flow them fire by fire. Fire them until we walk into Biafra.
We are on the right
120 days. They cannot stop us.
We are on the right track.
Exactly, my brother. On the right track, 120 days, we get into Biafra. No man can stop it.
The conference that is coming today is going to shock the entire world, not even Nigeria.
Exactly.
It's going to shock the entire world because they never wanted the Yoruba.
Yes, I like that Professor Akinto. That man speaks a lot of sense. I cannot miss that program today.
Yeah.
Every Biafran should prepare.
Every Biafran should prepare to go there. Yes.
Everybody should key in. Biafra and Odudua. Joint broadcast.
Professor Akintoye knows what is going on. He has done research. He knows exactly what is going on. He knows what people want to do. He's a historian. Most of his listening have researched him. The last university he lectured before he came to Nigeria, before he retired, was Temple University in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. That's where he lectured. So he's well known. He's well read.
Anybody that continues to listen to the Department of Sabotua after that broadcast, just forget that person. That person is no longer living in this planet. Anybody that continues to talk about the Department of Sabotua after that broadcast, you are still talking about them. It means you are not living on this planet.
let me
Sorry, my brother in comment section, there's something somebody said. He said 62 years without electricity, yet people are still talking about one Nigeria or presidency. My brother, some people in Nigeria, I don't blame them. Oh. You
he's
know,
right there.
sometimes people think that what is happening there is normal. You cannot tell somebody who have not moved out of Nigeria before to a developed country, not out of Nigeria, because anybody who is in South Africa, Ghana, they are all the same thing. So if you have not moved, if you have not visited a civilized world, I don't blame them, because when the NEPA sees light, they rejoice. When the NEPA bring it, they rejoice. When they see feeder road, you see people covering it, they will be laughing. You see people drowning in the water, they will be laughing. So they think that all those things are normal. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them, especially the people I blame are those of us who have come to a civilized world. See how things. This is exactly what Nnamdi is trying to do. He came here. He came to UK to study. After studying, he saw how developed, how organized, how better life, how human being are being. Do you know that if a cat, if a vehicle hit a cat here, ambulance is coming to take the cat to the hospital. But in Nigeria, somebody will have accident. They will see you dying. They will have time take their phone to be covering you until you die. When you die, they will post it on the internet.
You see, sister Linda. You see, the fact is this: for you don't blame. You see, I still maintain. I served in that. Most of the things I saw there, what I saw, made me to believe that I have this strong conviction that Nigeria, the North, this is where I call it a North and Southern dichotomy. It can never meet. They are on a parallel line. They can never meet. How do you want to go and remain with a man that doesn't recognize you as someone, that doesn't recognize secularity or respect the secularity of the country, and you want to force yourself to that person? That person will kill you. How do you want to tell me that someone that will not allow you to sell beer, alcoholic beverage in the North, and when you take it there, they will just gather everything and destroy it? But when it is sold in the Southeast, South, Southwest, the taxes are collected, the VAT, the VAT on it are collected, and they send it to Abuja into that single bowl. They share it among them, so they will not say, no, we will not collect it. It is from beer. And you want to tell me that such person is someone that you can rely on or live with? No. When you see all these things happening, it sends a signal that you can never be one. No matter how you do it, no matter how you please them, you can never be one in that country. If anything happens, you will be the first target. And if they find out they have indoctrinated you, brainwashed a larger chunk of that particular place, then they will use them against those that want to, form that kind of resistance against them and deal with them, and later come and deal with these people. That is why Nnamdi Kanu said, if you want to see what awaits you and your generation unborn, look at the Hausa people. Today, before, like my brother said here, it was Hausa Fulani. Today, it is Fulani first. He said, I am. One of them, Bala, said, I am Fulani first before Nigeria. And they want you to be one Nigeria. But them, they said they are Fulani first before Nigeria. This is how you want that person. He
didn't even say before Nigeria. He said their nationality is Fulani.
Is Fulani. So how do you want such person? How do you want such person with this warped ideology live in peace with you? My brothers and sisters, that person is joking. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. You made a very wonderful point. You see, what I am telling my fellow Biafran is that all things works for good for us. And I tell every Biafran that the struggle today That is why I tell people, when you hear autopilot, autopilot is not just an organization. It is not just a group. It is not a thing where you go and register your name and you say you belong. Autopilot means Chukwu Okike Abiama in charge, God himself in control of the struggle. And in the process, in that process, he can use anybody. As you are watching here, as you're on the background, as you're on the comment section, Chukwu Okike Abiama can use you to do marvelous work to redeem Biafra. He can use even our enemy. He can use anybody to redeem Biafra. That is the level the struggle have got to do. And the very time Master Simon Ekpa made the prophecy of this autopilot, that was what he said. That was how he said it. That was the exact word he used. That a time will come when the struggle will be in autopilot. That these people who are the Department of Saboteurs, they should pray that Chukwu Okike should give them the knowledge and wisdom to be able to manage that time when it comes. Instead of them praying, they begin to fight against him. Today, that very prophecy have come to pass. That is what the autopilot you read about. It is not just an organization. It is Chukwu Okike Abiama minding the business of Biafra struggle, directing it by himself. That is why you see people you never believe that will come for it. They are now coming out. People you never believe that will talk about it. They are talking about it. People you don't even know. People who are not even Biafrans. Countries are now today coming as ally to the struggle. Countries are coming to support Biafran struggle. Every Biafran genuine agitators are coming on one under umbrella. And today, we and our Oduduwa brothers are standing on the same platform. And we are going to make a broadcast, finally, to nail the devil. Let me tell you, the time has come. It is late for you to key in. Stop waiting for anybody. Stop looking to your shoulder and whatever. It is your responsibility to restore your freedom. Take it. It is you. If you refuse to take, nobody's going to hand you freedom free of charge. It doesn't happen anywhere. And whatever you see the Biafrans doing today, that is what every indigenous tribe in Nigeria is supposed to be doing. What we are doing today, if you are indigenous to Nigeria and you are still sleeping, sorry. I say sorry to you because you don't know what is coming. Every indigenous tribe should be thinking home. Call your people. If you are from the Middle Belt, relate to your people and ask them what are they doing to protect the land. If you are from Oduduwa land, key in into the Oduduwa mission. Key in into the Oduduwa mission. If you're a Biafran, we are not begging anymore. All you have to do is to join because the train of Biafra have moved the speed. And if you stand on the way of the Biafran people, the train will crush you. You know how train move. Train will only blow horn for you. It doesn't matter what stands in the way of the train. Even if it is a building you put on, no matter how heavy it is, once train make that noise, it will run over it and continue the movement. That is what Biafra is. Today, the state that we are now is for you to ask yourself, what am I going to do to protect my own people and protect my own land? To your tent, O Israel. That is where we are. It is not just about the Biafran people. This message goes to every indigenous tribe in the zoo. It is time for you to unite together. Fight this fight once and for all. The Fulanis they are prepared. Even though they have never won any war in the past. They have never ever won any war. They only use their trick to confuse people and use people against themselves. They have never won any war. The Hausas killed themselves. The Hausas betrayed themselves. They couldn't penetrate the Middle Belt. The Tifi people stopped them. It is because the Tifi people stopped them from advancing. That is why they are angry with Benue State today. That is why they are killing Benue people. That is why they are angry. They couldn't penetrate Tifi people. And you think that they are going to come and defeat Oduduwa or Biafra. It was still a Fonja. It was still a betrayal in Ilorin. It was still a betrayal.
Do you know that today, this Fulani again, they killed 18 children in Benue State?
Oh.
18 children. 18 children in Benue State today.
There you go.
It's no longer making news again. 18 children in Benue State. So it's time for everybody to band together, protect your territory.
Exactly.
Everybody should be ready to protect their territory.
Exactly.
Just be prepared to protect your territory because it's going to come. It's just when.
It
so
will. It has come. It has come already. It has come.
Ready to protect your territory. That's all. That's all.
I don't know what people are waiting for. I don't know why people are still waiting. I don't know what people are waiting for.
Let's look at the last topic before we leave. I think the two topics I will just imagine together. We will talk on it with some minutes. Is how Nigerian denies soldiers, that is the Christian soldiers, holiday, targeting Southeast soldiers for kill. And the last one is how Ifeanyi Oba, how he was paid 40 million to mastermind the kidnap of Nnamdi. So I want us to join these two topics together and how they are. I think there's something Barrister Ozokome said in write-up I read today. They said that why they are still keeping Nnamdi and why the Nigerian government is doing this, because they want to make southeastern part, they want this crisis to continue so that there wouldn't be election or whatsoever, that they don't want peace to reign in Southeast. That is why they still want to keep Nnamdi in their
Linda, on that topic of Ozokeme, right, I would rather suggest we don't discuss it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Let the lawyers do their own job. Let them continue whatever language they want to use. Let them
he's just trying to be a lawyer. So let's not
exactly. Discuss it. Absolutely, that is it. And on the other two topic, to make it clearer, one of it is that Ifeanyi Oba paid an IRAD 40 million. And the IRAD was claiming that the money was paid for him. Ifeanyi Oba paid that money for him to defend him and begin to mend his image.
Okay, maybe that is why when they come to my platform, they will say Simon Ekpa paid me. That's why I call Simon Ekpa. I beg, if you are paying somebody that is doing a good work, come and pay me, because I know that I'm doing a good work. So because they have eaten, they thought that everybody that is talking have eaten the forbidden fruit like them.
So what we are asking is that Ifeanyi Oba that is not contesting for any post, he's not running for any post. What crime has Ifeanyi Oba committed that he will pay an IRAD 40 million to begin to defend on social media? He couldn't even go to the conventional media. It will be nothing else than still sharing the money they got from selling Nnamdi.
On Ifeanyi Oba's issue, I have been hearing some information, but one thing about me is I believe in evidence-based. One thing I like about Sam Ekpa is that evidence-based analysis, where you see the evidence and you go by the evidence. So far, I have not seen any evidence. Nobody has shown me any evidence to prove that case. Right. So for now,
why I'm speaking about it because Simon Ekpa himself said it. He posted it on his Twitter, and he said he has the receipt.
I'm waiting for him to come up with the receipts ahead. Then I can speak more confidently about it. But for now, the only thing I can say about Ifeanyi Oba is I noticed that when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped close to the election, he was almost sleeping at the DSS office. Since after Anambra State election, I've not seen him again. So I'm wondering why. I just have that question.
You say you are wondering why. You don't know why. You just wanted to
I'm leaving the question for everybody to answer. And him to answer and tell us why. Why he was almost sleeping in the DSS office, and suddenly after the election, he no longer remember where the DSS office is.
He was trying to buy the influence of IPOB. Say IPOB controls the Southeast now. Anambra State is controlled by IPOB. Autopilot. So he was going at least to convince them that, oh, the man is doing something. And just imagine what happened. Immediately he lost to Soludo. What happened? He stopped frequenting to a DSS office. He stopped. If he was not doing it for his own selfish interest, he should have continued even till now. And you see the attack that happened to him. There are some vested interests that want to use it to rope it to IPOB autopilot. That was the exact target. The same thing they did with Gulag at Imo State. Yes. They wanted to replicate the same thing again in Anambra State. If you look at how the whole thing happened that time, maybe let's do this thing And since they have been accusing ESN and IPOB autopilot, even the E-rats. I was listening to one of them yesterday. I was laughing when he was talking all manner of things. I said, this one, well, only time will tell. I'm looking up to the man of God that I've been following for years, that said that anybody that is fighting as a Simon Ekpa, you are doing that at your own risk. That is what the bottom line, that is what the man said. If you continue to attack Simon Ekpa, you are doing that at your own risk. That Simon is filled with the spirit, and the spirit is uncommon. That spirit that is filled with is even bigger, very, very strong than the one that is just off the picture now due to the irresponsibility of those that he surrounded himself. But in everything, I give God the glory. So that is how I am. That's for Andy. Andy Oba is just he was doing what we call notice me. In army, we call it eye service. He was doing eye service to win influence and the let me say the
my brother. You see, you remember just now
of the IPOB in Anambra to win. Eventually he failed.
Can you hear me,
yes,
my
sir.
brother? You remember that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
On Ifeanyi Uba's issue, right? I declined to
Ifeanyi Uba, sorry, Ifeanyi Uba. I just mistook them for Ifeanyi Uba, yes.
Yeah. On Ifeanyi Uba's issue, I declined to really give detailed comments because there is a lot of mystery in that Ifeanyi Uba's issue. There is a lot of mystery, and that's why a lot of evidence is going to come out with time. I'm not saying that Ifeanyi Uba is innocent. I want you to understand something. I'm not saying that he's innocent of what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not saying he's guilty, but there is a lot of mystery. There is a lot of mystery. There are a lot of things that is going to come out eventually for that Ifeanyi Uba's case. There is a reason why so many things is not just clear, but I know that something is wrong somewhere. He wasn't just going to DSS office for that thing. He was not comfortable. He was not stable. Something was wrong. A lot of things happen, but with time, information will come out and we'll know exactly what happened. Everybody's role in the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu will be brought to the limelight, and everybody will see it.
Please, you people should forgive me. My small soldier is distracting me here, but I'm still here. He's giving me hard time.
No problem. No problem. You see, the money, you see, for that, for me, I'm waiting for the day when Mazi Simon Ekpa will come out with the full volume of the evidence. I know, you know him. Once he begins to tell you, a minute, please, a moment, please, you know that the word is going to follow will be worse than thunder. So I'm waiting for him to, make the broadcast and the release he has. So that from there, I will know, because as I'm talking now, I don't know, I don't have any of it, just like Brother Rasmus said. So I will just keep it there and wait for Simon Ekpa to analyze it the way he always do. Then I'll come and talk about that one. But for the soldiers, I don't know. Sister Linda said something concerning. He said the soldiers, the Nigerian army.
The soldiers that are serving in the military, those who are fighting Boko Haram. Normally, they were supposed to go for holiday during the Christmas period. They have cancelled their holiday. They said they won't go to the holiday, and they target at the southern soldiers, because most of them, if they go home, definitely they're not going to come back. Mainly the Christian soldiers, those from the south, it is becoming much more clearer. They are seeing the light. They are seeing that Nigeria has already divided itself, and they know the danger of being in the midst of those terrorists. Because you can't be in the same field working with a Boko Haram, fighting against Boko Haram, and you are seeing the security information that are coming. They are ready to take over. For the fact they know that some of these soldiers, most of them, mainly soldiers from the south, Biafran mainly, once they go for holiday, they are not coming back. So they cancel their holiday. No soldier is going for the Christmas holiday.
My brother,
okay.
Maswe,
Yes, sir.
please, This is your field. I want you to educate Biafrans that are in the military that are listening on when it is necessary to run away, what they should do.
Exactly.
You see, for me, there is so many of them I am talking to. You know, the ones that are still serving that I join with them. And even there are some people in let me say in Plateau, just Plateau. They have my colleague, my younger one, my junior that worked with me that I'm still talking to. Some of them doesn't even want to continue, but the only thing that is keeping them there is the money that they are paying them. That's all. That is the only thing that you see in a situation where your people, you know, cannot even make any meaningful, you know, let's say gain outside the army. You see, that is to tell you there is nothing they cannot do. It's just to remain there until anything happens. See, for me, I would say I left them because I refused
Mr.
to
Bemaso,
obey
it seems you didn't
necessary
understand.
rules.
You didn't understand the question. Mr. Erasmus said. He said that you should educate our people in the army who wants to leave the army. What are they going to do? How are they going to live? People who don't want to work again. That you should educate them on how to live. Am I right, Mr. Erasmus?
Let me explain it more, Ramaswe. Now, we understand that a lot of them are still in the army for the salary. There is no job there. There is nothing. Now, we know that there are so many conditions that you must satisfy before you can leave the army. For instance, now they just said they are not going to go on holidays again, right? For the Christmas. Now, when they sense danger, for those in the army, right? When they sense danger, remember the program that happened when they selected all the soldiers and eliminated them. Now, my question is, for the benefit of those who are listening, when they sense danger, when they see that they need to move, they need to escape, how would you suggest to them the best way to live?
There are, let me say, about 2 ways you can live. The army they said it's a voluntary job. You volunteer to join the army. And if you eventually see things that you are not, you know, things that can even, let me say, cause serious harm to your life, you have every right. If you serve up to 15 years, if you serve up to 15 years in the army, I don't know if they have increased it. That is pension year. You have reached your pension level in the army, 15 years. Then you can apply for voluntary discharge. Voluntary discharge. Nobody will stop you. Once you say, listen, I'm not going to do it again, then you just go in there and apply for voluntary discharge. Write your application for voluntary discharge. It will be approved for you. And if you are not, have those years? Yes. If you are not up to 15 years, that is the retirement age, what you need to do is to apply for voluntary discharge as well, and they will pay you off. You are not entitled for any pension. So they will pay you off. But there are people.
Emergency.
Yes, there are some.
About your life now.
So you can just do what we call it.
Mr. Erasmus, you are talking as if you don't know Nigeria.
You desert from there. You run away.
It's emergency. They will pay you.
Listen.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear.
See you. Okay, you can desert. What we call AWO, absent without leave. You can go on AWO and never to return. You can desert as well and never. All of them, they mean the same thing. Desertion and the AWO is the same thing. Then you can go away. But in that case, there is a caveat there. If you grow up just like what happened to Akume, John Akume of Benue State, if you go on a wall or you desert from the work, you will not participate in anything political again in that country. But you can live your normal life, work anywhere you want to work. But when it comes to political appointment, you cannot get. You know, it happened to Akume. Akume left the army as a warrant officer, I think second class or first class during his time. Then when he now went out there and made money in the civil line, he wants to become a governor of Benue State. Then people that knew him that time that, oh, he ran away, he deserted from the army, not knowing that the man made money. You know, in Nigeria, once you make money, anything, even life, even life, if you can buy it in Nigeria, you can even turn stones to money, water in Nigeria, as long as you have money. So what he did was that, I don't know how he managed, to do it. He went in and, reversed the desertion into retirement, and they gave him the paper. Those people that saw him or knew him as a deserter took him to court. And when they went to court, I hope all of you heard the story, how he won them. Then he brought the retirement certificate and everything and showed to them. And that was how he became, he continued as a governor. So there are two things. You can go away if your life, just if your life is threatened, you can desert, run away and leave them, because you have a better future, better life after the army. Don't go there and kill yourself as it is now. You are not being paid well. I heard that they are paying them less than 1,200 naira a day to fight in those areas. No food, no nothing. How can you be happy to serve in such? And some of them are being happy when I see them on videos coming to catalyst. You are adding more problem and more curses upon yourself.
I think we have my brother Chooks is hungry. I have been visiting so we are going to call it off a day. I want to prepare for that broadcast by 7 p.m. With this, I would like to everybody to speak under 50 seconds so that brother Chooks will go and eat. Myself, I will go to the kitchen and prepare. My husband is not around. The children are here with me. I'm having distraction. So I would like us to address Biafra within some, if it's possible, 50 minutes, so that, but next week Saturday we will continue the program. And I'm so happy that our brother Erasmus is here. Honestly, I've been missing you in this program. Just happy that you devoted your time today. May God bless you.
He didn't do Omogo today.
No, it's okay one that does Omogo. Mr. Erasmus.
Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry.
I don't know who will go first.
Okay, let me go first. I just want to use this opportunity to thank difficult time. It is not easy, but may God bless you with the little one that you have, added to this struggle to restore Biafra. May God continue to bless you all, and may He also protect you, especially in Biafra land, where the heat. God bless the Biafrans in the diaspora as well.
God bless you all. And may God bless the
It is
Biafrans in the
well.
diaspora as well.
At the end of the day, God will give us what is good for us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, thank you. I'm expecting you next week.
Sure.
Saturday. Mr. Erasmus, can we hear your voice?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mr. Erasmus, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you can address Biafra within 50 seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. So what I want to say, I want to specifically speak to our brothers in the military. A lot is happening, and I want them to get ready.
Okay, sorry about that.
So a lot is happening, and I want them to get ready. They should not allow themselves to be killed like it happened before the pogrom. They should not allow these people to gather them together and slaughter all of them. They should put their eyes on the ground. They should put their ears on the ground and listen and make the right and wise decision on what to do at every point in time. They should not allow themselves to be used to kill their own people. They should make the wise decision at the right time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. And also, I expect to see you here next week Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
my brother Chooks, before you speak, let me say something. So, my great people of Biafra, any day you did not see me here and you see brother Chooks survivor, know that you have seen me. Very soon you will not be seeing me here. He will be the one you'll be seeing. So any day you see brother Chuk survivor or Mazi Chuk survivor, do not ask where is Sister Linda, because we are one. We are one. So if you don't see me and you see him, the program continues. If the same thing applies to his platform, he also does a program. If you miss this one, you can continue. I'm not sure you are going to do program today, right? Are you doing program today?
I will do program, maybe just 30 minutes.
Okay, this program will continue. The topic we just discussed here will continue from his platform, but I just want to tell you that any day I am so engaged, he will be the one to anchor this program. So once you see him, no need of asking after me. So my brother, can you address the Biafrans now?
My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everybody who is watching on that background. Everybody on the comment section giving your comments and support, everyone that have shared this very program, everyone that have killed Ike, like I say, may Chukwu Okike Abịama continue to guide and protect every one of you. I appreciate everyone who have contributed in one way or the other in this very platform. May Chukwu Okike Abịama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. My advice to Biafrans is for everybody to be awake. This is not a time to lose our guard. It is time to be focused. Be focused on the journey. 120 days to go. I tell you again, don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. It is definitely going to happen. Every day you see new things coming out. With the things you are seeing alone, it is enough for you to believe that in 120 days, we'll go home. Today by 7 p.m., Biafra time, every one of us will join on the broadcast where we are going to talk together with our Oduduwa brothers. Oduduwa brothers and Biafras are going to stand on the same platform. That has now shown you that we have come to the end of the road for them. The zoo can no longer continue. The zoo have ended. After that broadcast, I see no reason why you should be doubting again about the 120 days. Let us key in. And you that is in Biafra land, we are not trying to scare you, but please try as much as possible to pay attention to your environment. If you hear something, say something. Get some necessary food items around you. Things that can last you for 1 month, keep them around you. You never can tell. You never can tell. We don't want anybody to be taken by surprise. We want to make sure that every Biafran is carried along, except for those who have chosen a different path. For those who have chosen to sacrifice themselves, we can't help them, and their blood will be on their head. But for us, we are making sure that the collateral damage is reduced, and every single Biafran in the old southeastern region, the present south side and southeast with Lower Benue, we are all going home, and no man born of a woman can stop that. Thank you so much for watching. See you again. If you have time, you can join me on my platform by 5 p.m. when I'm going to broadcast. It's going to be a short one while we'll prepare for the 7 p.m. broadcast. Thank you so much, and remain blessed. Bye.
Thank you, my brother. See you next week, Saturday. And my great people of Biafra, I want to appreciate everybody. If it is your first time of coming across this platform, you are welcome. This is Biafra channel where we say the truth, where we'll fight for our freedom with our heart, not because of what will benefit. So if you like the program, if you enjoy, like I saw somebody, the person said, I'm enjoying the program. If you are enjoying it, click on that subscription button. It doesn't cost you anything. You put on your notification bell so that anytime I upload video, you will see it. And also endeavor to share the programs, because the more you are sharing it, you are spreading the evangelism. So with this, I want to appreciate everybody, Van Maxwell, Mr. Okenwa, and Mr. Erasmus, and my brother Chuk Survivor, and all of you in the comment section. May God Almighty bless you. I cannot start mentioning the names. If I start mentioning the name, which means I will not stop this program today. We do this program every Saturday by 2 p.m. Now we are using the same time with Nigeria, 2 p.m. Central European time. If there is an emergency or any good news that comes out within the week, I also come live to pass the information across to you. Just like when the appeal court released Nnamdi, I came up whenever there is an important issue to discuss. I come up here, we'll discuss it. May Chukwu Okike Abịama gọzie unu. Anything you are asking God, ihe ọbụla ị na-achọ ka nsụ asụsụ baa maka asụsụ baa ya na-atọ m ụtọ. Ọ na-atọ m ụtọ because ọ dị busy. Ọ na-adịrị m mfe. Ị na-achọ isi oyibo, ị na-achọ ebe ị na-etinye is na words, ịma nke ya asụ. Enwe ndị bụ dictionary ebe a. Ha sụgide n'oyibo, isi awa agba ha n'isi, enweghị ife ha sụpụtara, oyibo enyere ha aka. So ihe ọbụla ị na-ayọ Chineke n'afọ a, Chineke ga-emezuru gị ya. And then we could one of our brother actually appreciate here. I'm sorry that not on a comment section, but I not here but on the cool about Biafra with all his heart. He's my brother. I appreciate you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And may God Almighty continue to bless you. This Biafra agitation, do not take it personal. Some people took it so personal that if you say what they don't want to hear, they will start attacking you. Maybe some people want me to come here every day. I will sit down. I will start criticizing Simon Ekpa. I will start talking about DOS. I will start talking about this. If we continue to deliberate on it, we will not move forward. What has happened has happened. We should be pushing our best to see that Nnamdi Kanu is released. He's only the person. He's only one that is going to tell us exactly what happens to him. So, if I see you are doing good program, I will bring it to my platform. In I will not bring it. Those that are asking me, are you a member of Autopilot? Are you a member of IPOB? I don't know if IPOB have divided into two. It's the same IPOB that Nnamdi Kanu formed. The method that he is following, that is the same method. And anybody that is working towards the actualization of Biafra, not those people that are using it to make money, not those people that are using it to get famous, not those people that, I don't know what you are using it. My own Achomenata, I'll be saying it, I want to eat Biafra food. Since yesterday, nkwobi na agum mmanya ngwo akpọwepụta ndị a na-adị fresh nwa ụta nwanne brain ga-ajụ oyi na agum ejuna na agum achọ m ịnụ ụlọ anyị abanyego n'oyi kịta na ife nyi mmeyi nwefe abalị achọ m ịnụ ụlọ ọwụ na ịchọghị ịnụ ụlọ tọrụ n'obodo ndị ọzọ na-agbarụ ha odibo. Most of them nọcha obodo oyibo akarịchakwa obodo na-eme Nigeria ihe ha na-ata afụfụ. Those of them in England, they are suffering. A na-ata afụfụ ebe a. Ihe afọ onye na ebe a na mere mekanik ọ bịa na Nigeria ha enye ya the best position. But onye nke ha gụrụ akwụkwọ gụwasị isi will never get position. Igaro na England, ndị be nọcha ebe ahụ ọrụ nche ime. I don't want to talk about it. Do you want to continue in that position? You that is in Nigeria that is fighting against Biafra, my question to you is this. That suffering, do you like it? Chekenu na echiche ndị bai, chekenu na echiche nwe ndị nọkịta ha da afụ nni ha na-eri. Emezi ha na-ezu ori. Ekwe ifuru nwaanyị banye nu je the woman just went to the farm. Gaa ịtụtụ ejuna. Ha ejide ya gbaa ya ọtọ na-akpọgharị nne mmadụ outside. Barbaric culture. So, ọ bụrụ na ị laikiri otu afụfụ ị na-ata dị, biko pụọrọ ndị na-achọghị ịta afụfụ n'ụzọ ka ha zuru ike. A word is enough for the wise. May God Almighty bless you. If you haven't shared this program, please share it to any platform and God will bless you. See you next week Saturday.
2 plus 2 9 plus